shadowy corridors, flashbangs at dawn. But behind the tactical chaos of Rainbow Six lies an unexpected artistry, where creativity and realism collide with a bang. This is Level Up Layers, peeling back the helmet to reveal the creative minds who color between and outside the lines of Tom Clancy's iconic world. Prepare to see what makes every breach a work of art, both on and off screen. It begins not with a firefight, but with a question. How close can a video game come to reality without losing its soul? In the late 1990s, as shooters exploded into pixels and noise, a handful of creators dared to imagine something quieter, grittier, and infinitely more deliberate. Long before Rainbow Six became a franchise, it was a whispered concept in the mind of novelist Tom Clancy. Clancy envisioned operatives not just as faceless soldiers, but as artists in motion, each mission a canvas painted with tension, timing, and tiny mistakes that cost everything. Few know that the earliest prototypes for Rainbow Six were built using spreadsheets and floor plans rather than code. The original development team at Red Storm Entertainment mapped out entire missions on paper, counting seconds between patrols, sketching fields of fire, and debating whether players could handle so much realism. Silence became their brushstroke. Where rivals championed explosions and chaos, Rainbow Six dared to make players sweat over the click of a safety switch, the crackle of radios, the beat of distant footsteps, every sound meticulously calibrated to shake the player's nerves. In order to authentically portray the world of counter-terrorism, Red Storm went beyond Hollywood, consulting with real Special Forces operatives who insisted on accuracy down to hand signals and magazine swaps. Even the game's infamous one-shot kill mechanic is rooted in interviews with operatives who warned, there are no second chances. Unbeknownst to many, Rainbow Six's palette is shadow and light. While most games chase photorealism, these artists mastered contrast. Corridors pitch black save for slivers from door frames or flashlights slicing through darkness. The drama is not only what you see, but what you fear lurks just out of sight. Consider this. The series would have never existed if two key team members hadn't argued passionately about pace. One thought missions should take minutes, another fought for an hour. Their compromise led to customizable mission planning. The player became director, choreographer, and performer all at once. The soundtrack, a subtle masterpiece, was composed not just for musicality but for psychological warfare. Sparse orchestration heightens anxiety between gunfights. A single violin string often trembles louder than any crescendo. Rainbow Six broke another industry convention. Death was permanent. Lose an operative mid-mission and you might finish alone, or be forced to scrap your plan entirely. This design choice wasn't about difficulty, it was about cost. Every decision carries weight when lives cannot simply respawn. What few realize is that every digital room has a story. The level designers placed clues, a spilled coffee mug near a briefing table, scattered blueprints, a hastily erased whiteboard, that hint at enemy routines or looming betrayals. Exploration rewards not ammo, but understanding. When Ubisoft acquired Red Storm in 2000, some worried that Rainbow Six's vision would fade beneath corporate polish. Instead, this union injected fresh creative blood. Artists experimented with global settings from Brazilian favelas to frozen Arctic strongholds, all researched on location to preserve authenticity down to graffiti tags and street market chatter. Here's an untold secret. Early versions of Rainbow Six, Vegas featured hundreds of possible entry points per building. Designers ultimately trimmed options down, not due to technical limits, but because too much freedom overwhelmed playtesters, fracturing suspense into confusion rather than cohesion. As technology advanced, so did Rainbow Six's interplay of surveillance and stealth. Developers drew inspiration from urban explorers who navigate abandoned buildings, not by brute force, but by reading the language of creaks in floorboards or drafts under doors, a philosophy adapted directly into level audio cues. The legacy of Rainbow Six endures not in leaderboards or weapon skins, but in its insistence that artistry lies in restraint. Every moment urges players to savor anticipation over action, to measure twice before breaching once. A masterclass in how limitation becomes liberation within interactive spaces. If you loved uncovering the levels with us, hit like and subscribe to peel back even more layers next time.